On behalf of the entire Let's Share the Sun community, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming tonight. You chose to be here with us, and that means the world to us. If you look at those photos that are up there and you see the impact. But when we started Let's Share the Sun 16 years ago, this was part of our dream. Bringing solar professionals like yourself, and you said it, sharing the values and the mission. So what is our mission? Our mission is to offer hope through the power of the sun so that vulnerable communities have access to clean and reliable energy. And as I was driving down, I was listening to the Solar Maverick, the podcast by Roy. And you heard at the very end, he was interviewing Scott Elias from Clean Capital, who was with us on February 25th. Abby Hopper had come down to Puerto Rico to be with us in 2024 for the ribbon cutting of our 3rd domestic violence shelter. And she's like, man, I love this. This is amazing. You have to present to our board. So Dana was there in December when Bill and I went down and presented to the board of SIA. And then they committed to do a service day. But Scott Elias told the story that he's referred to as Solar Scotty. On the way back on the bus, John was there, he picked up the microphone. I said, we're going to have open mic. It's an hour and a half back to San Juan. How did this impact you personally and professionally? He really got emotional. He told the story of Pedro Perez. And Pedro Perez lives in Adjuntas. After Hurricane Maria, they had no access to electricity for 6 to 9 months. He is living with diabetes, chronic kidney disease, and 3 days a week he has to drive to Ponce, 20 minutes for dialysis and drive home. That day that Scott Elias and the team of SIA were there, they put in the solar and the storage, and they were waiting for him to come back. And he came back with his fistula. You can tell I'm a nurse practitioner. And he said, after today, I don't have to go to Ponce. I'm going to be able to do home dialysis. And this has extended my life. So I share that story and the story of the women at the domestic violence shelter because that is who we are, and that's why we do what we do. And we can't do it alone. We really need to reach out and build our core values of love for the people with whom we work, justice, in terms of, we talked about economic justice and climate, access to energy, and then community. And we really feel firmly that have an open invitation to build a community with like-minded people who share our heart for the work, and that we can grow. Our ambition is to really grow the work that we've been doing over the 16 years. And when we have found and developed relationships with people that say, yes, I'm all in, the door's open and we're willing to do the work. So thank you so much for coming, and I'll let my second half, in Chile they say, la media naranja, to close us out. That's the other half of the orange, to close us out for the night.